The story of the search for the old man's ramp is one of the greatest ever. Man's awareness and fascination with skateboarding and ramp riding date back at least 2,600 years to 600 BC. That's when primitive man first recorded the value of skating to his culture. The only recordings known are those that were carved on the deck of a certain prehistoric skateboard by a Renaissance man that worked day and night to build the most epic of all ramps here in the village of Stavenides. His name was Randos, also known as the philosopher Randos of Stavenides. His philosophy was that skating brought mental freedom, and all those that carved on four wheels and all those that skated his epic ramp would be given the gift of eternal youth. He hoped to one day introduce his amazing ramp to the other residents of his village. It was his ramp that Randos worked on day and night here in the woods of Stavenides. Legend has it that one day when Randos was building his ramp, a feared woman named Medusa walked 60 miles through the forest to stalk Randos. It was a beautiful fall day, and she longed to meet him, for he was a radical Renaissance man that everyone talked about. It was a potion he made by brewing malted barley and hops that his villagers credited for giving him special powers. Medusa heard Randos enjoyed sharing his hop-flavored drink with ladies. It was a taste of this that she hoped to get as she crossed paths with Randos. But Randos knew better than to look at her, for she was a beastly woman. He knew that with one look at her, he would turn to stone, as would any mortal. As he heard her approaching this fall afternoon, he got up to make a quick exit. With his superpowers, Randos snapped his fingers and disappeared, only to reappear 1 second later on the other side of town with a full set of clothes on to keep him protected. As he got down from the tree and ran away, he was very excited because he escaped the beastly woman. Sadly, Randos was so excited he forgot to pick up his board and take it as he ran away. It was here the board was left on the ground amongst the leaves in pristine condition. When Randos realized he left the board behind, he used his superpowers to put down a curse on the board. The next person to ride the board was to die. He anticipated it would be Medusa to pick up the board, but she walked past it and never realized it was there. For years and years, the board was left in the spot it was dropped and touched by no one because everyone knew it was a threat to whomever skated it. There was one way to lift the curse, but Randos did not share that with anyone. The further we were removed from that period of time, the more the story became a myth. By the 20th century, the old man and his ramp became an urban legend. In 1955, this urban legend met reality when a local farmer in East Haven prepared for a cookout. His name was Farmer Schnauty. It was a beautiful November day when Farmer Schnauty, his son Ernie, and worker Cletus would unearth the old man's board and test the curse. Farmer Schnauty knew better than to ride the skateboard, but the city slicker Cletus from New Haven chose otherwise. He doubted the curse and craved a ride on the local longboarding hill where he sought to impress all the locals. Not only would he get the gnarliest ride of his life, he would get his last.
Cletus, you gotta get that wood chopped for the fireplace. We're gonna have a big cookout tonight.
Aw, Farmer Snouty, he chopped.
Don't argue with me, boy. Get over there and cut the wood. You, little Ernie, I want this all cleared out for the cow dance.
Okay,
You got that,
Daddy.
boy?
Yes, Daddy.
Don't give me those smart looks, boy. Just do it.
Okay, Daddy.
You gotta get it clean. Don't argue with me, boy.
Okay,
Let's go. Got a lot of work to do. I hate chopping wood, man. All feathers. Ain't getting nowhere. Oh my gosh.
What tarnation's going on over here?
Please, come look. Quick. Look what we got here.
What's going on in here over here?
Look what we got.
What is it?
The old man's board.
What?
Old man's board. Look at it.
What is it, Daddy?
Oh boy, it's only an old skateboard. It's not just any old skateboard. That's the old man's skateboard. Look at this thing.
Isn't that the old man's skateboard that you told me about that built the ramp many years ago?
Sure is, son.
Whoa, what's going on here? What is that?
This is the ancient old man board.
Oh,
16 BC.
oh damn, it's just a plain old skateboard,
Hey,
boy.
Bob, go easy with that board.
Oh, look at that.
You hurt yourself with that thing.
What you talking about?
You nuts, boy. That board's got a curse on it.
Go on. You don't know what you're talking about.
Beware the board that rides from the old man.
You old country fool, you don't know what you're talking about.
No, you city slicker, you don't know.
Oh, go on.
The curse is on the board. Come on, son. Let's go.
Go on. You too, sissy?
You're wrong, boy. You're gonna die like the rest of them.
You sissy? I want my day's pay. Looks like a board I used to have. Wonder what these freaky writings are. Boy, sure like to ride it. I'm gonna go take a ride. Boy, I haven't done this in a long time. My board's better than this piece of khaki. It's a beautiful day. Those old fools don't know what they're talking about. Nice little skateboard run, do me right. Forward, move it, let's go. Oh my God! Oh my God! Should have listened. You should have listened.
That was the story of Cletus the Doubter. He doubted the curse of the board and took what many considered to be the biggest fall in the history of skateboarding. He rolled and rolled and rolled and died there on the street in front of his peers. It was a man named Dr. Jones from North Haven that picked up the board after Cletus's fall. It was sheer fate that Dr. Jones was walking down the street as Cletus fell. After witnessing the terrible fall, he instantly made the connection between the skateboard and the story of the old man and his ramp. Dr. Jones immediately took the board away to keep others from skating it and killing themselves. He knew he could use this board and its descriptive map to locate the area where the old man's ramp was built many years ago. Not only was he hoping to find the infinite youth that came along with skating the old man's ramp, he was also hoping to find a way to lift the curse of the skateboard. Dr. Jones took a minute to thank Farmer Schnouty for helping to locate the board, but as you can see, Farmer Schnout was not looking for a reward. He wanted nothing to do with the cursed skateboard.
Thanks for telling me about this. I've been searching for this board for a while. Now all I need to find is the map.
I was glad to help you with that there. See that boy got killed on that skateboard? Now we ain't seen no map, So we seen that skateboard, man. We seen the boy get killed on it. We don't want nothing to do with it.
Huh? I think I can team that wild skateboard.
Get away from me. Hold back. Just let him be. Let him have this. You got your skateboard, now get out of here.
After years of there being no evidence of the old man's ramp, Dr. Jones finally had the tools to help him locate it. He had both the old man's skateboard and a map to the old man's ramp that was given to him from an unknown source. Now he was able to get funding to hire excavators to help him. This led to national exposure and made him a public figure. The story of the old man's ramp and the cursed board were making headlines across the country. Thrasher Magazine, the Boston Globe, the Washington Post, the New York Times. The story was everywhere, and he used the media to recruit volunteers. But it was this newscast with Ken Gorelick that caught the interest of additional people.
Yes, hello, my name is Ken Gorelick, and with me is the famed archaeologist, Dr. Henry Jones. Dr. Jones seems to have with him two artifacts, which he explained to us about. Dr. Jones, would you be able to tell us what some of the stuff is that you have with you?
Yes, this right here is the original skateboard that was found by the farmers, November 5th, 1955.
Yes. Not to interrupt, I'm sorry, but there's seem to be some type of writing on here. Can you explain what that is?
Yes, this is some ancient language that might lead to the discovery of the old man's ramp.
Were you able to translate this language yet, or no?
We're still working on it. We're not quite sure yet.
Okay, and one more quick question before we go to the next artifact. Do you know exactly how old this is, or do you have some type of estimate of how old it is?
We think it dates back all the way to 600 BC. We're still working on it, though.
Well, one more question to keep going on. The other artifact you were telling us about, what is it?
It was found in the same place that the skateboard was found.
Yes.
We're trying to figure out what this map really means. We're not really sure yet. We're still working on that, too.
Okay, as you can see, if I could please, there seem to be some type of writing on here, but it's a little bit faded. You really can't see it. You still have to translate stuff like this, right?
Yes. Right now, what we think is that the old man's ramp could be anywhere between any of this land. It could be within 10 miles. We're not really sure.
But you haven't been able to discover it yet, right?
No, not yet. We're still working on it.
Well, okay, you have it from here, Dr. Jones. This is Ken Gorelick, Channel 8 News. And back to the main station. Gennaro?
After the newscast, two boys named Steve and Ray, the most unlikely of all skateboarders, decided they would be better at finding the ramp. These skaters had a keen sense of sound and smell because they were both blinded 10 years ago when a bomb they made blew up in their face on Mischief Night. No one has been able to explain why, but somehow their remaining senses have adapted in such a way that they now have the ability to drive a car and skate. Well, it was their keen senses that they felt would give them an advantage over Dr. Jones in their quest for the old man's ramp. Shortly after the newscast with Ken Gorelick ended, Ray and Steve drove themselves to Dr. Jones' house as Dr. Jones sat home and watched TV. It was at Dr. Jones' house that the boys would show their evil sides. They would do whatever it took to get the board and find the old man's ramp. And like Dr. Jones, they wanted the eternal youth they heard associated with the location of the old man's ramp.
Are we there yet? I think it's right up here, right up on the right. We're right here, I think.
In the way. Show me the item.
Go easy, Andy. Go easy. Watch out. Come on, Andy. on, Andy, move! Go easy now, hurry up! Who's that?
You guys, is Dr. Jones here?
Yes, that's I.
May we come in? We'd like to talk to you.
Sure.
Are you really Dr. Jones?
Sure I am.
Wait, we have some questions to ask you.
You sure you're Dr. Jones? Huh? I'm sure. Buddy. Get down. Get him down. Get him down. Give me that. Wait! You got his arms? Oh! Okay. You got him? Yeah, I got it. Why the boy? Well, get something from you, Dr. Jones. We need a little something. We need a little something from you. Talk to me. Talk. Let go.
What do you know about the old man? What do you know about the old man?
Come on, let's go. Get him up. Get him up. Where's the map? Get him over here. Where's the board?
It's in the chest. It's in the chest.
What chest? Wait.
In the other room.
Come on, let's go get.
Where is he?
Oh, sorry. Get me out. Right.
I got him tied.
Let's go. Where is it?
It's in the chest. It's in the chest. In the other room.
Lie.
In the other room.
Right, come here. Get in here.
What?
Come here. Look.
How do we get it open? Must be it.
Feel it. Oh my God.
Let's get out of here.
Who's that?
What is that?
Who's that? Who's that? Who are you?
My name's Melissa.
Get her out of
Leave
here!
her alone! Leave her alone! What? Who is she?
Oh no.
Get this way. Come on, wait. Follow me. Go.
How do I hit you with this thing?
We're gonna hurt her.
Don't hurt her.
Get over here. Get on the other side of him. Don't cry. Get down.
Come on,
Let's go. You don't know what that board is. It's evil.
Hey, beware the boy that rides the old man.
Get out of
You
here.
know about that boy, you evil.
You don't know what you're talking about, you old dumb archaeologist. You don't know.
You are the board. The old man.
What are you talking about?
Beware.
And so the search went on without Dr. Jones. Ray and Steve had what they needed to find the location of the ramp, and it was a small town with much Italian influence that they went to begin their search. This town was called East Haven, which they noted sounded very similar to the old man's village of Stavenides. They made this connection one night when their friend Jimmy Daniele slurred the words "Staven" as he pounded drinks. An hour after leaving Dr. Jones' house, Ray and Steve arrived in East Haven. They were hot on the trail of the ramp, for Ray was a skilled reader of Braille and managed to interpret the map carved on the skateboard. The smell of a buried ramp was in the air, and it was in that direction they would begin their hike.
The board says
Right.
start. It all starts here, Steve. It all starts here. Let's go.
Ray and Steve walked all day and all night. They could feel the magnetic pull of the skateboard, for it gravitated towards the location of the ramp. They walked through the woods without food or water. After many hours of hiking and wanting to give up, they suddenly heard a fire burning in the distance. As they walked towards the fire, they would soon cross paths with a man that called himself Zambu Montesa. Zambu had an interest in the quest of Ray and Steve, but he tried to hide his curiosity. It was this evening that the unique superpowers of Zambu would become evident, as he used them to help the skaters, for he would change the rest of their lives.
Ray, you smell something? What's that? I smell something burning. What? I'm real hungry now. We've been going for hours. Listen. Find out what that is.
Zambu, Tai, Mai. I am the all-powerful Zambu.
Who is that? Who's that?
Have a seat, please. Have a seat.
Who is white?
I am Zambu Montesa. I will cure you of your sight problem. I am the one who can cure you. Zambu, Zambu, Zambu. You will be cured of all your sight problems. Tie my trebla. Tie my trebla. Tie my trebla. Tie my trebla. You are both cured. You may see now. Take off your sunglasses. Do you see the light?
See the light.
Power of Zambu. I will go with you.
This is the light that I once saw as a child.
Boy, what is that you are resting on?
We need this to find a way. It's the old man's fort. There's the map.
This is evil!
No!
That must
What have
not
you
come
done?
with us
We
on the
need that.
journey. That must not come with us on the journey. That is taboo.
Whatever you say, Zambu, that is true.
Would you join me in the dance of the Zambu?
Anything for you, Zambu Master. It would be a privilege.
Ray and Steve had reason to dance this night. Not only was their vision restored, but they became friends with Zambu. It seemed ironic that the familiar healing powers of Zambu were the same powers the old man had bestowed upon people back in 600 BC, but it wasn't. After the fire died out, Ray connected the dots to the old man's ramp and realized they solved the mystery. You see, Zambu was not really Zambu Montesa. He explained that it was his alias name. His real name was Randos. That's right, Randos of Stavanides. He was the old man. That night, Randos explained how shortly after he ran from Medusa and put down the curse on the board, the goddess Athena rewarded him for his troubles and became his sugar mama. She granted him the gift of eternal life until he found his skateboard and destroyed it. He sat there in the woods for hundreds of years as the ramp rotted into the earth. He waited patiently for the board to find its way back to him, as he knew it would. With their 2020 vision, Ray and Steve were able to use their hands to build their own ramp. Life is good for them. They have lots of friends, parties, and alcohol to keep their friends entertained. Their fountain of youth is flowing with Budweiser and Heineken, and even their friend Jimmy D can't drink the river dry. To Today they have children and are passing along the story of the old man's ramp. Their story of courage and willpower is an inspiration to all. As for the old man, no one knows where he went. He disappeared days after meeting Ray and Steve and has been seen by no one since. Next time you are out skating and see an old school skater doing his old school tricks, be sure to show him respect. Because you never know, it just may be randos looking for a new place to build another epic ramp. That is the story of the old man's ramp.
A behind the scenes look at the making of Search for the Old Man.
Anyway.
Search for the Old Man's Ramp.
Oh, is it?
Something like that.
Come on, Snowdy. Get going. And get kicking this mess up, boy. Let's go. We got a lot of stuff to do here. I get that wood chopped for the fireplace. We're gonna have a big cookout tonight. We gotta get over.
Hold on, I didn't start taping. All right, action.
Little Ernie, I want this all cleared out for the cow dance.
Okay,
You gotta get it clean. Don't argue with me, boy.
Talk nice and loud. And action.
Ernie, you get some of that firewood splitting. Ooh.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And then you help him with the firewood. Then you get.
Hold on. Okay, go.
All right, Ernie. You get this stuff raked up for the cow dance tonight.
Because then I get the kick in the ass. I should still look at
Don't
him.
worry, don't worry. Hey, actually, you go over and just don't kick him, though.
What do I do?
When he does. All right, go, action. So, no, come back, get it back here, Snow. All right, go ahead.
What?
Wait, stop.
You do it. Go, action.
Little Ernie, get this mess cleaned up for the cow dance tonight. We're gonna have a big festival. We got the wood and the cow dance area. You
Okay,
got that,
Daddy.
boy?
Yes, Daddy.
Don't give me no smart looks, boy. Just do it.
Okay, Daddy.
What is that smart look for, boy?
Just go. Ah. Go ahead.
What's going on in here over here?
Oh my God! Ready? Yeah. Go ahead. God! Jesus Christ. Action.
No.
Action.
Should've listened.
He thought we were her. Right, stop it. Back. Go back. Go back. Go back.
Thanks for the skateboard first.
Go back. Ready?
This.
Action. Wait, I can probably move up now. Action. Thanks for telling me about this. I've been searching for this board for a while. Now all I need to find is the map.
I was glad to help you with that. Yeah. See that boy got killed on that skateboard?
No.
Map. It's always seems that skateboard, man. We seen the boy get killed on it. We don't want nothing to do with it.
I think I can. Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Go easy, Indy. Go easy. March up. Come on, easy. Come on, Indy.
Or say, what's the guy's name gonna be?
Ken.
I say, oh hi Ken. I'm here in the vicinity of
No, I'm Ken.
Oh, you're Ken. Oh, that's right. No,
Dr. Jones, retard.
No, the other guy in the back of this.
There. Hi, my name is Ken Gorlick, and with me here is Dr. Jones, the famed archaeologist who discovered two artifacts which lead to the finding of the old man's ramp. Dr. Jones, do you have any comments upon these two artifacts? And first of all, can you introduce what they are?
That was found November 5th, 1955, and goes back to him. Yeah, and then you say your line, Steve. Just a little bit closer.
Do you know what this? Are you able to translate what this means?
We're working on it right now, but the first part I think means that the ramp is within.
Action!
Magnotti?
Yes. Is Dr. Jones here?
Yes, that's I.
Oh, can we come in? Oh, wait, he's not.
That's I.
That's all right.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, is Dr. Jones here?
Yes, that's I.
Oh, may we come in? We'd like to talk to you. Oh. What happened? What are you laughing? What an idiot! My glasses aren't on!
I'm a traveler.
Alright, action.
I traveler! I smiled. I ruined it.
Kid, I'm burning over here.
Look,
There's all flame holes in this and stuff.
Action. Ready, lights, camera, action.
Time my traveler! Time my traveler! What are you doing? I think
Action.
traveler!
You are cured. Sight problem.
Ray?
Come on, turn the camera off. Turn the light off. Wow.
Yeah, and when you say you're cured, I'll go.
I have the power.
Graceful.
Are you?
You gotta turn the light
Well, you didn't tell me.
Alright.
This is evil! No!
That must
What have
not
you
come
done?
with us
We
on the
need that.
journey. That must not come with us on the journey. That is taboo.
Whatever you say, zombie.
That is
No, leave it there! No, that's good, that's good. No.
Cut, not loud enough.
I know, I mean,
So, talk like this.
Do it. Go ahead.
Action!
Is it action?
Yeah.
Cowabunga, dude! Cowabunga, dude! Cowabunga, dude! Cowabunga, dude!